Have you ever sat there and wondered why I'm sitting here and wondering? Well, me too. You see, I was thinking about taking my 6th shower today because you know I'm not happy until the water bill skyrockets. But then I realized I should run out my electricity bill as well. So I called a few friends up because this job requires several hands, one for each fork will stick in a power outlet. But if our hands survive that activity, we're gonna need another torture device. I'd rather have a slow and painful death if I die by electricity. So we'll play Mario Party. I love partying. I've been doing it ever since my fetus era, so I continued to do it all by myself. Most people say that it's lonely, but I just don't want to share. But what's my preferred way of partying? Everyone needs to have one. Some people like going into nightclubs, others get drunk and start fights. I, on the other hand, can't do that without looking through my wardrobe to find a large trench coat or fake ID. So just like where I bury my feelings for shapes, I put my love for partying into video games. What did you think I was gonna say? That I put my money into therapy sessions? And there exists a subset of games known as the party genre. You couple together a group of friends at a house party, turn on the Wii, and you're just a few steps away from basking in M&M Beach Party, which explains why nobody returned my calls. Some party games can give off mixed feelings, but that's okay because most of them give off negative feelings. Very rarely does a developer get the party genre right. They always do something so stupid and so heinous that I can't not look at their game for the despicable act that it is. But sometimes it just feels like people disrespect party games because they don't often feel like these big, bombastic AAA experiences that'll knock your socks off. For example, what if I'm barefoot? But it's most likely because of how bad the genre can get. Most have mini games that are unfun, unbalanced, undercooked, or heck, some don't even have them at all. That's like getting an empty present on Christmas morning and your parents just tell you have to play around with the wrapping paper. And imagine if that wrapping paper had really long loading times and subpar graphics. So Nintendo did what they do best and tore my family apart. Mario Party has been a long-running franchise ever since the days of the N64. It was the party game to look up to at the time. And the series today isn't. Mario Party's 1 through 8 were all cleverly designed fun experiences, even though no one's gonna parade through the streets with the knowledge that Mario Party 6 was a good game. I have been waiting a long time for it. But ever since Mario Party 9, this isn't Mario Party, or at least the one I remember. The last time I remember playing this game, my teammates patted me on the back. The other games gave me a scar and a story to tell. And you know, I actually kinda miss that. Maybe they changed it because Mario Party was getting stale or whatever, but they should have made their releases more spread out so people wonder when the next Mario Party is coming out, instead of them feeling more like inevitabilities. They've turned things around a bit as of late though, especially with Superstars, which is a great game, but it doesn't add anything new to the series because it reuses old boards and minigames, and that's fine, but I want to see the developers take a crack at it with their newfound knowledge on what people like, not Satan. So let's go back to where it all started, with a dream. Mario Party 1 scares me, and I've seen Donkey Kong Jr. math. This game is so unfair. I've seen people go into Mario Party as good friends and come out with one less person. I'm quite sure my own mother told me off when I stole her coins. That's because this isn't just a game. It has a mental effect on people who strive to defeat their competition. Everything that happens in this game leaves a lasting impression on the people who play it. If you laugh at the person who just lost themselves in debt, you better be wearing a bulletproof vest. The whole shtick of Mario Party is that it was designed as if it were a virtual board game, because the only thing Monopoly was missing was a vessel. And people know how board games work, but that's how they get you. You might look at this and say, oh, fun letters, I have to buy it. And then you're found dead 2 hours later. This game was developed by Hudson Soft. Don't you love it when a developer goes from making Bonk's Adventure on the Game Boy to creating a phenomenon? But when you sit on the couch and pop this game in, everyone knows that one of them won't be leaving the room alive. Because as I've said, Mario Party can be cruel. Mario Party 1 can get away with triple homicide. It's just that when you're winning, you're having a great time. And when you're not, it probably isn't your fault. The game just decided who would get screwed over at that exact moment. You make Mario into a party game to appeal to the masses. But because of that, this game has poisoned so many households all over the nation, including my own. It might be a good game at heart, but I still have to perform a bit of an exorcism. Scripture states that in order to defeat the evil that infects an area, a green man, greedy sleaze, extinct creature, and a normal ape must come together. Whoever wins is decided by fate, but is also warned that they'll rot with bad luck for the foreseeable future. So my plan is to waste electricity while also getting rid of an unspeakable evil that haunts a game cartridge from the 90s. It's a good thing I'm a great multitasker. I have the controllers and the forks. I'm ready.
I did it!
You did what?
I went to the dentist.
And you're telling me this because?
He's self-conscious of his teeth.
Just don't worry about it. I went to my pediatrician the other day and she said to stop doubting myself, but that only made things worse, for people and bees.
What are you even self-conscious about?
I don't know if I'll be able to beat Wario World for the 5th time this week, but none of that matters. We have to get a party going. Where's Matt?
He got a common case of skin disease.
Well, then why is he in a full body cast?
He spontaneously combusted after you contacted him about Mario Party.
He could have at least told me he wasn't coming. It might not look like it, but after today, you might not be alive.
But I don't have that scheduled until next week.
I gotta be honest, you put together pretty bad parties, but this is the best funeral I've been to this year.
This controller does make me want to die right on the spot.
Have either of you played Mario Party before?
I played Mario Party 10, and overall, I had a good time with it.
You want to make this your funeral?
I don't feel like being the center of attention. I feel like people mourning over my still corpses leave a bad taste in my mouth.
My cousin Harold had his funeral the other week. He came back with a pretty similar experience.
Fine then, enough whining. Let's cut to the chase and get this thing over with. This is Mario Party, and I plan to have bad luck for the foreseeable future.
So do we. It's just that we have a competition on our hands.
Well, I'm stronger, smarter, and I have a pencil sharpener.
That doesn't automatically make you the game's favorite. That's something you have to earn for greed and desire. So pick up that controller and pillage like the lack of your life depends on it. It's Mario and his good friends, but it looks like something's wrong.
Yeah, he pissed his pants.
You're talking about who among them is the biggest star, the superstar.
I don't think they know about Canis Majoris.
Oh god, what are they doing to him?
All I know is that Luigi's innocent. The worst thing he's done is dare to be anything more than second.
But look, we can't forget about Yoshi and all of his energy.
Well, that explains why he survived extinction.
Okay.
Why is Luigi just standing there?
Don't disrespect his hobbies. I bet you stare at scented candles for fun.
It's for recreation.
At least Toad has an idea on how to decide the superstar.
Well, we're gonna need a lot of gas, dust, and gravity.
Actually, we just have to jump down a pipe.
I've only ever ended a debate like that once, and let me tell you, the sewers are worse than Ohio.
But they're better than Rhode Island.
Wait a second. That's an ape!
As all apes usually are.
Okay, but before we mourn, can we at least go to the bank?
You mean that bank?
No, the one down the street. I heard it's great for robbing season.
Then I'm gonna have to say no. I'm keeping my cheapy robo funds in there this weekend, as well as the watch I pickpocketed off of you.
Alright, I want to at least play as Wario. That way I can rob people while also pleading for my life.
You could have just done that when the cops came.
I think I'm gonna go with Yoshi. Rumor has it, he has energy.
Then I'll go with Luigi. He's 2 letters away from being my false idol.
Where is Waluigi anyway?
He's too busy with non-existence.
It is quite a time waster.
Last time I checked, this captured only 3 people sitting on it.
And I can make confirmation that it still does.
Then we need to add a computer player into the mix.
The prophecy does lay claim to a normal ape.
But the last time I went up against DK, I died.
Well, that could just be a one-time thing. You don't have to make it a tradition.
Come on, I really wanted to see a sad Wario, and I'd say the chances of that happening are slipping as we speak.
Then let's just choose a board already.
Could you explain what they are and what the possible consequences of choosing one of them would mean?
Yeah, we can't go on DK's Jungle Adventure. I don't know about you, but I've never seen an ape make a game board.
I did see an orangutan choke on a Monopoly token when some kid decided to make his first act of animal abuse and drop random things into the enclosure. Oh, and by the way, the gorilla made out with chutes and ladders. The boards are the glue that holds Mario Party together. Without them, the game's very foundation would crumble. The boards of Mario Party are usually on a consistent creative basis, each bringing new gimmicks that are destined to tickle somebody's funny bone. It makes every game of Mario Party that much different, because each of them revolve around completely different strategies. Sometimes the path to the star is a straight shot to the end, and other times it just flip-flops around. Sometimes the stages have very specific gimmicks that you'll only experience on that board. I probably won't go to the park to get shot out of a cannon. That's a Wario's Battle Canyon exclusive right there. But I'm afraid that not every Mario Party board is of equal quality. Just like the game itself, some of them are just gonna make everyone in the room find the nearest bathroom to sulk in. Too bad mine is reserved for Donkey Kong 94. And Mario Party 1 has the most boards in the series. No other Mario Party can claim this amount of boards because there are quite a few here, but not all of them are winners, which makes the game even better. Sometimes you don't want a good old-fashioned hoedown on Mario's Rainbow Castle. Sometimes you just want to laugh at the deceased in Wario's Battle Canyon. Many of these boards have hilarious gimmicks that can absolutely mess up a player for no other reason than Nintendo having ulterior motives. You could be having a great time, but then the gimmick of the board kicks in and it looks like someone got the last laugh. The only way you might miss one of the board's core mechanics is if you only play for 20 turns, which is for chumps. And there are different difficulties of boards in Mario Party. I guess the ape doesn't know how to make a good game board, but I don't think difficulty is the right word to use in this situation. I think it boils down to how much is going on in a board, or how deep its mechanics are. The 1-star boards are only good for geometrical equations, and I'm pretty sure a can of beans has more interesting things going on. The 2-star boards are better. They have a few junctions as well as larger layouts. Still nothing much though. Now the 3-star boards are pretty great. Luigi's Engine Room, Bowser's Magma Mountain, Eternal Star, these are legally the best boards in the game. And out of of every board in the game, I can't pick a favorite for the life of me. Every one of them is stupid in its own special way that makes each of them such unique experiences.
So which one should we go for?
Well, we can't go into Luigi's Engine Room, Wario's Battle Canyon, Yoshi's Tropical Island, or DK's Jungle Adventure because that means one of us would have the upper hand in terms of land claims, and personally, I don't want to be sued by a mammal.
Mario's Rainbow Castle always struck me as odd. I mean, he couldn't just stick to one color. He had to go for them all.
Bowser's Magma Mountain feels like overkill, and an Eternal Star, I don't want to lose by default due to a lack of oxygen.
Well, that just leaves Peach's Birthday Cake is a very interesting board. It practically goes in a circle as you travel up and down the layers of the cake. But what I do find interesting is that the star is placed in almost the middle of the board in terms of spaces. You don't find it when you get all the way through the board. You have the opportunity to grab it pretty early on. And as kind as that may seem, it's all a trick, a con. It's only placed here because it comes right after the junction with the Bowser Cake, which someone will inevitably visit. When you get to this point on the board, you'll be forced to choose from a collection of seeds that diminishes over time as each player picks one up. And that already wastes 10 coins. But if you're unlucky enough to get the seed that sprouts the Bowser flower, you have to make your way to the Bowser Cake, where Bowser practically steals 20 coins from you as you're forced to cross the same junction again, wasting even more time and money, and possibly landing yourself right back on the Bowser Cake. Most of this board is fine and fair, aside from the large amount of mushroom spaces, but if you're that one unlucky person who manages to pick the wrong seed, you better pray that your wallet's ready to take a hit.
Yeah, Crucifixion is fine and all, but how long do you want it to last?
I wanted 28 turns, but as we know, this game isn't fair.
Well, neither is life, but I think it's fair to say that we're not going a full 50.
I have time, I just don't have that much time.
So 28 is, and as my ancestors used to say, let's play a game of Mario Party 1.
If I have to make any confessions right now, I've never played on Peach's Birthday Cake.
Good, then you won't know what to expect outside of the pain of childbirth.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see who goes first.
Despite the odds, I was able to see a sad Wario. It's even more impressive in person.
As I've explained, Mario Party is a virtual board game as you roll the dice to determine how many spaces you move up on the board. And depending on what space you land on, a variety of things could happen. But most of the time, you'll either gain or lose coins. The goal of the game is to buy as many stars as you can with the coins that you collect. You can do this by landing on the star space somewhere on the board and paying up 20 coins. Whoever has the most stars by the end of the game wins. Ties are decided by whoever has the most coins. At the end of a turn, you'll find yourself face to face in a mini game that gives a certain amount of coins to one or more players based on the results of the minigame. It's simple enough to the point where any average Joe can understand what to do without even touching one of these things. And there is some skill and strategy involved because of the board gimmicks and minigames, but saying Mario Party is a skill-based game? Oh please, you're gonna give me a hernia. This game throws skill completely out the window because everything in this game is up to chance. A player could be half asleep the entire time they're playing, and they could still win if everyone else happens to drown in oil. Mario Party leaves everything up in the air. You could be winning it all until someone swoops in and takes your life savings.
Then it's a good thing the Koopa's giving us our 10-coin stimulus check.
I was wondering when that would arrive.
Wait a minute, the star's all the way over there? I knew going to the bank would have been less of a hassle.
Would it have been though? Okay, I'm going first, and I rolled a 6.
Look at that silly ape, he got a 5. I bet I can do way better than him. I knew I shouldn't have put money on that.
Look at this dweeb over here. The way things are going, I've got absolutely no competition.
And sad Wario strikes again. There are certain special spaces, however, doing many different things to toy with the player's mental state. You have the Bowser space, which grants a Bowser-themed roulette on which your fate is decided. You can pass by a Boo who can either steal coins from someone else for free or steal a star for 50 coins, which might seem a tad expensive at first, but it's a great way to ruin the rest of someone's week. There are mushroom spaces that once landed on can either make the player roll again or skip their next turn, but the most infamous of the bunch is Chance Time. The mere name alone can strike fear into anyone that hears it. This one event can change the outcome of entire games, and because of how fast the dice spin, it's near impossible to make sure you get your way. The results of this event could either mean nothing or everything, and this is one of the main culprits people point to when complaining about how unfair the game is. But enough about Satan, I'm here for the Holy Spirit.
Oh heck yeah, I didn't know they had minigames in this.
I just explained the main basis of the game a few minutes ago.
Okay, yeah, I guess I was just distracted by the fact that we all have to go up against the ape.
We have strength in numbers. I think we could take them.
Apparently you're playing Pipe Maze. We just have to wait around for the ape to choose whoever gets 10 coins.
So we're all just gonna die and do nothing about it?
That's the plan.
Well, the ape already took his pick. There's There's nothing much we can do besides pray.
It looks like Luigi won. Well, I wish him the best of luck and I hope he does well for the rest of the game.
You are Luigi.
Oh yeah, in that case, take that, you stupid looking stupid idiots. The ape chose me over you. How does it feel?
Kind of cold.
You're sitting on an ice pack.
I won't waver in my conviction.
Mini games are what hold Mario Party together in the end. If they weren't here, I wouldn't have the illusion of control. There are 4 types of them. 4-player mini games, 1v3s, 2v2s, and 1-player mini games. The 4-player mini games are unmatched. There's nothing else like it when everyone starts heckling each other in musical mushroom. 1v3s are easily my least favorite though, because they aren't balanced at all. Each one feels like it either favors the 1 or the 3. The only way you can win in the unfavored role is if nobody else knows what they're doing, let alone if they're breathing or not. 2v2s are fine enough, though most of them could probably work as 4-player minigames, but the short-term alliances and sparse attempts at teamwork that these create are nothing short of priceless. 1-player minigames are really boring given the fact that you're just going to be sitting there watching one of the players make a fool out of themselves. You can only play these after landing on a specific space, but it still shows up often enough for me to take a trip across the state and not miss a thing. But it should still be said that the minigames are one of the few things that actually reward players for getting good at the game and learning its ins and outs. Now it's my turn to show you how I can also mess up. I would be laughing if the ape had gone through this pain, but no, he's absolutely invulnerable.
Aw, come on, why do I have to skip a turn?
Don't exclude yourself from the group. We all have to skip a turn.
And yet the ape walks free.
Time for bumper balls. I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. I really want to get called for jury duty right about now.
I suppose most of us tied for that minigame, which means we get no reward.
I think I should have at least gotten a coin for standing up to the ape.
But seeing how many minigames there are, it's a number that got me to call my doctors for the first time since I skipped a heartbeat. There are 50 of them, but that honestly isn't much when put up for comparison with the other games in the series. And 10 of them are just 1-player minigames. You remember? The ones where a majority of the people have to sit in their boredom and shame as another player tries to fit more in their pocket. And even the ones that aren't just 1-player slogs can sometimes be rather unfun. There are only a select few that I call outright bad, but I won't act like jumping around and bowl over is how I like to spend my time. However, I still do like the minigames because it gives your thumb something else to do outside of picking numbers.
Today might be my lucky day. I rolled a 3, which means I get to go to a happening space. First I get paralyzed, and then I get baited. At this point, the game is just bullying me.
Your paralysis did make it easy to be picked on.
Alright, balloon burst. I think this happened a bit before I was born, but I can still make it work.
Look, what's that over there?
My net worth? Where?
Oh look, I've already won.
Well, what about my net worth?
He was never talking about your stinking net worth. He was talking about the Walgreens on the other side of town. And from what I've seen, it's looking pretty spiffy today.
The Goomba is being quite the scammer today, as per usual. But I still have a few spaces left to go. And you know what that means?
You reported the scammer to the authorities?
That would be a reasonable decision, but... I have a star now! Capital investment, here I come!
And now that the apes come and past, it's time to figure out which one of us becomes decapitated.
Well, it was nice knowing you.
Part of me feels like it really wasn't.
This being the last minigame I'll see before I face inevitability, I might as well make it count.
Why is the ape so bad at this?
Cut him some slack, not all mammals know the breaststroke.
At least I'm getting paid quite a bit.
Yeah, with the money you're about to lose.
Come on, let him have this one. He at least deserves to be happy for the next 10 seconds. Aside from chance time, the other thing this game is infamous for are how some of the games absolutely abuse your palms. This problem occurs as many minigames will ask you to continuously rotate the analog stick, but the best way to do this is with your palms. And this is the point in human history where people realize that soft skin doesn't fare well when strongly rubbed against hard plastic. This was more or less the official way to play the game. And many people complained that this seriously injured their palms. Nintendo was even threatened with a lawsuit, so they gave out free gloves to anyone with complaints. I just find that to be one more thing that this game puts on the line. Not only are you risking both your friendship and life, but also a bodily function.
Aw man, the ape is bending the space-time continuum just for another shot at the star.
But that was my space. He can't just take it without my permission.
Just let the ape do what he wants. You don't want to cross his law firm.
I know I've already accepted defeat, but that won't stop me from fighting the odds.
But the odds are literally 100%.
Yeah, but at least it's not 110%. Darn.
Coin Shower Flower is up next, which means Mike has to collect as many coins as he can before he's completely gutted of them.
You know what? No.
That's completely unfair. I wanted 1 coin too.
Don't get distracted, guys. The ape landed on a chance time space, which means any of us could explode at any second.
30 coins? So what? Do I have to give the ape a loan just to keep him from letting it off on me?
You could just do nothing and leave him scared and confused.
Well, looks like I have a chance to redeem my Mario Party skills and bowl over.
What's that over there?
Nice try, but I'm not falling for that one again.
You didn't have to. You've already lost.
And on top of that, the ape didn't get poisoned.
I was hoping I could check off poisoned ape on my to-do list.
Was Handcar Havoc on your to-do list?
No, it was on my bucket list.
Well, we're on the same team here. We have to work together in order to win this.
Aw man, the ape made me mess up.
Now that there's no competition, should we slow down and take our time?
Nah.
And I've landed on a Bowser space, which means that we're diving headfirst into Bowser's balloon burst.
And you know what that means?
Finish!
Man, I was hoping I would get to see sad Wario again.
Well, Crane Game's gonna give us another shot at that. But you know what? The ape's the real enemy here. I'm not gonna let him escape this time.
Miss!
Donkey Kong is just about the only thing that stands between me and true happiness.
Don't forget about being poor.
I can't even pay for the item that doesn't do anything.
No!
I'm in the lower middle class. I get the gist.
Well, you have the opportunity to change that right now. You've landed yourself on a one-player minigame space.
Alright, I've been waiting for one of these because I know I can do really well on teetering towers.
Miss!
Do you even know what really well means?
I'd like to think that I do.
If you're not sure, you could crack out at the source, but that's not important right now. Coin Block Bash gives me the ability to do something I've been waiting a long time for. I did it! I finally knocked the ape!
I didn't get any coins. What kind of game is this?
I thought you already knew this game was unfair.
Oh, it's just a game? Thank goodness. I thought I was really gonna be taxed by an ape.
Well, then you should have no qualms with the fact that you're heading to the Bowser cake.
What?
At least we finally get to be in a band. I've been waiting for Luigi to play the trumpet.
But look at the crowd. They love how I play the violin.
I didn't know Mario was a maestro.
Oh, there's a lot of things you don't know about Wario.
Look at how smug Donkey Kong is. He's so confident that he's willing to switch places with someone that's behind him.
Yeah, what a smug ape.
And now I have to give my coins to Bowser for a cake, which is something I don't want to do.
And I didn't want to lose buried treasure to an ape, but look where we are.
Why did the treasure spawn so close to him?
I'd like to think that it's his greed magnet.
But that's Wario's thing. Donkey Kong's nothing but a right thief.
No, I'm pretty sure your thing is warping with me, so I'm in a closer space to the star.
I prefer being Maestro to being chumped by a random block. Heck, I'd rather be slapped by the ape.
Too bad we're playing Bash and Cash. Make sure to knock the ape as hard as you can. We might not get another shot at revenge.
Why are you running from the ape?
I changed my mind. Donkey Kong creeps me out. I'm not messing with him.
Well, it's a good thing Donkey Kong hasn't had the opportunity to grab a star.
You were saying?
All we need to do is not let him win Platform Peril, and we should be fine.
I'm sorry, I forgot what the A button was.
Well, now the ape is a star. Whoop-de-doo.
How is the ape beating us?
Don't include me in this. He's only pushing it on you two.
And now he's influencing the game to give me a poisonous shroom. Just how twisted can this ape become?
Apparently enough to beat us all in Slot Car Derby.
Well, I was supposed to win Slot Car Derby. The only reason I lost was because DK sent me this ransom note.
These are tax forms.
They might have came from his law firm.
But even his law firm can't save him from Bowser. He lost 20 coins because he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Serves him right. DK has to learn that the Lord can giveth and taketh away.
I suppose that personal blow affected his streak. He managed to lose running in the bulb just because we got possessed. He could have used Sable Eggs and ran, but nope, he was too scared to stand up to the fixed camera.
And more important news, we're in the last 5 turns.
And the game predicts that Wario will win.
He literally has no coins or stars. How is he going to win?
Just watch and learn.
Why would I do that? I'm too busy taking another trip to the Bowser cake.
Fine, I'll do it when you're not looking. I meant to do that.
Okay, Gary, you got a shot of redemption here. Don't screw up like last time.
I think I got it, and... Yes! Yes! I ate Luigi!
I'm proud of you. And it looks like I'm making a lap around the board. And getting to go again. and getting more coins.
After swimming in irrelevancy for so long, how does it feel to get 26 coins in one turn?
It feels like I'm about to win Pipe Maze again.
What makes you say that?
I might not be a sightseer, but I do have eyes that can see my income exponentially rising.
My money is exponentially decreasing. Bowser has a monopoly over the economy.
Well, the third game of Balloon Burst should patch that right up.
But I don't like it when things happen 3 times.
Well, I'm sorry to inform you. You just got your 3rd star.
Unless it's in my benefit, in which, in your face, you're so bad at this game.
Could you not make fun of the poor for 2 seconds? I'm trying to mourn my lack of the ability to purchase stars.
Yeah, he's right. I'm gonna be just like him by buying this prawn plant that won't help me whatsoever.
Well, both of you can make some money back. Treasure Divers is showing his face around these parts again.
Oh, finally. This time I won't get hit by the bloopers or the shark. I'll make this a flawless run.
I'm with him on this one. You are bad at this game.
Says the one who's failing a knock block tower.
We have to be serious about this next minigame, guys, because it's gonna be our last.
Musical mushroom? I've never heard them sing.
Finish.
I did it! I'm not bad at this game!
Yeah, maybe we were a bit too hard on you. You're only bad at manipulating the economy. Well, anyway, it's time to see who gets the bonus stars. Wario gets the minigame star, Luigi gets the coin star, and DK gets the happening star.
That was gonna be mine, you stupid ape.
As predicted, the winner is... That isn't how you spell Wario.
Well, you might as well defend yourselves in court, because I am the superstar.
I guess I'll do what the man said.
Why do I casually jump for dimensions like this? Oh, you're finished. Take a seat. Different universe, same couch. I should ask why I'm here, but I'm more concerned about what's right next to you. About that, do you know that silly little curse that's been plaguing your copy of Mario Party, and if you win, you'll be put through bad luck for the foreseeable future? You might have paraphrased a little there, but yeah. About that bad luck, you might have gotten rid of the curse of Mario Party 1 by getting over the fear of losing your palms, but for that, your trials have just begun. Does that have anything to do with Mario Party by any chance? Well, you see, the curse never infected your copy of Mario Party, because the curse was Mario Party itself, and now you'll be forced to play each Mario Party in succeeding order. Just like the Paper Mario curse? Not exactly. This will take a much more lighthearted approach when it comes to stakes. You see, the Paper Mario curse is very strict, while Mario Party is more so an inevitability that'll just kinda happen and nobody will think much of it. So I'm guessing you've already had yours dealt with. Yeah, I found out about it a little while back, and I just wanted Mario Party 10 to be as quick and painless as possible. Makes sense, but how did you get me over here in the first place? Unexplained magic. Gotcha, but I might as well go and brace myself for Mario Party 2. You do that. And do you happen to have a... Aw man, I didn't get to ask him if he had a spare copy of Game & Wario. Mario Party is one of the most unfair games I've ever had to play. In the game I just came back from, I'm lucky to be alive. There are more Mario Parties after this one, but none of them will ever match the unbridled pain that this one can dish out. But it's still a great game, despite how unbelievably unbalanced everything is. It's particularly enjoyable with friends. There are single player options to go for, but they're pretty lackluster. But if you crack this game out at an actual party, you can learn to laugh at how poorly thought out some of the game's mechanics are. Because even when you do earn many of the coins you're given through hard work and effort, it's funny to know that the game can just take it all away when it so chooses. Even though we didn't run into any today, the horror stories of how brutal the palm mini games are make it feel like something is on the line when you go into the game, aside from friendship. So Mario Party 1 will forever stand as one of the best party games ever made. Not like it has that much competition. I might be fated to talk about the rest of them, but I shouldn't care about that until 7 games down the line. But one thing I should care about right now is this letter I got from DK's law firm. I knew I shouldn't have pissed off the ape.